Dynamic entry. Hey guys, welcome back. We got our special guest back again, Benny.
I'm back.
It's been a while since you've seen us together. We were doing a review of Spy Family, but we quickly gave up on that dream. I'm sorry.
I did not give up on that dream, but yes, it did stale out a bit.
I'm sorry. But what did not stale out is probably the anime of the fall season that is Chainsaw Man. So today we're going to bring you our final thoughts / review of season 1 of Chainsaw Man. So, let's talk about it. Alright, so yes, we got our final episode this week of Chainsaw Man. It kind of came unexpected for me. I didn't realize it was ending this soon. I thought there was going to be a core 2 of this.
Oh, you thought they were going to do... because they have been on kind of like a trend of that sort of thing too, so it makes sense.
Yeah, and it seems big enough to where it gets 2 parts of a season. Like Jujutsu Kaisen had a 2-parter. So I figured we get something similar to that, especially with the hype going into it, that everybody's been talking about it and all this stuff. But as far as we know, today, there's nothing been announced officially, so we don't know when we're getting season 2 or part 2 or whatever's coming next. We have no idea.
Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking too. I was like, they didn't even say like if there's more coming, when more is coming.
Yeah.
Like they're just like, here's the first season, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and that's it. And yeah, there's been like, I think I saw an article that said that it might come 2024, which is a long time, which kind of sucks. But possibly like a movie for the next beginning arc. I'm not sure.
At the same time, it's like kind of okay because I mean, I don't know. A lot of people have been hearing about Mappa like literally animating fucking everything coming up. They got One Punch Man season 3. They got the Attack on Titan stuff. They got this new anime called like Hell's Paradise. It's supposed to be super good that they're animating now too.
They're working.
So everyone's like, maybe we, it's okay. It's
cut
like,
back a little bit.
It's like,
and they're still doing Jujutsu Kaisen too.
Exactly. So there's a back and forth. They're like, I mean, we want more stuff, but at the same time, they're like, we don't really want to be the reason these people are working their asses off, even though they already are.
Yeah.
But are they though? Is it really that hard to animate TV?
Whoa. Come for him, not for me. It's definitely a hard gig they have going on there. But yeah
I would never be.
So far, no announcement for season 2, but for season 1 itself, what did you think? Are you happy with it? Are you disappointed?
I think I am a little disappointed that we're not getting more, especially with the way that they ended it. We're going into, I mean, I have seen some things that are going to go on in like the next part, I'm assuming, or just based on like what I saw at the very end, I'm like, okay, so that I guess answers my questions, what's coming.
Oh yeah, so also a quick disclaimer more further if you're not already aware, we're probably going to be talking about spoilers, so if you've not seen Chainsaw,
this is a review of the full first season.
Yeah,
so if you have not seen anything or got caught up, I probably would not continue this video.
Unless you want to just, get some thoughts before you go into the show, then keep watching. But yeah, just letting you guys know that is your disclaimer. So yes.
In our expert opinions.
Yes. Also, anime watcher only. I think you've read a little bit, or you know a little bit what's happening.
Yes.
Okay, so that's our knowledge as well. So if you guys are like, why would you guys talk about this? We don't know. But yeah, the ending of this season. Yeah, we got a hint at the bomb devil. That's what
Gun Devil.
Gun Devil. No, that was Bomb.
That was Bomb.
The girl at the end that they showed.
Mm-hmm.
Then she was like saying like his name or whatever.
Oh, she's like, Denji, are you the country mouse or the house mouse?
Yeah, that's gonna be the Bomb Devil.
Oh, okay. I think so. Then that that makes a lot more sense. Then.
Bomb Girl.
Yep, we're good.
So apparently the next arc is the Bomb Girl arc, and I've heard that this one is the one that we might get a movie for, and not like a full thing. Or maybe they'll do the Mugen Train type situation where they do like a movie, but then they animate it.
All the episodes. That makes no sense. But
Hey,
to each their own, I suppose.
Yeah. So overall, though, what did you think of the season?
I thought it was pretty good. I think the beginning for me was a bit slow. I would have liked to see a little bit more. I mean, I know they have to kind of develop the personality for the people in each their own. Denji, Power, Makima, Aki, all that stuff. So it did kind of start off kind of a little bit slow for me, and just as we're starting to get into like the meat and taties, we're starting to get into like some of the good stuff. They go, see you next time, and I hate it. And especially because like we don't know when more is coming, so it makes it worse for me. As like, I mean, at the very least, I have more things to watch. But yeah, it does make me more excited for the next part of the season that is to come, especially if it is what I think it is anyway. That I've seen some stuff, and I'm pretty excited to see where it can go.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, yeah. For me, the pace of the show, that's the one thing that I've been kind of like struggling with. The pace has been very slow, and I even took us, I guess, apparently like 7 episodes to get past just the prologue of the series itself. Because after that, when they first meet the Katana guy, that's when everyone's like, "Oh, it's actually starting now." Like the actual Chainsaw Man is starting. I'm like, how did it take so long to get to this point? It's just a very slow building show, and it has a lot of slow pace, but then it builds up to a point, and then it lets you all like have it. Like especially this last episode, we got the final like the big fight scene between Denji and the katana guy.
The katana guy, which was it's pretty sick. I mean, it's kind of funny just like how similar they are. It's like you literally have the old school man with katanas, and you have Denji, the young man with the chainsaws. So I was like, kind of really, I was like, it doesn't really stack up. I was like, but are they similar?
Yeah, it's weird. Even the fight scene itself, I wasn't like blown away with. I thought they could do a lot more, and I just think it's weird. Just I have to get my idea around Denji and how he fights, because just for me, I'm just picturing like someone just swinging their arms.
Yeah, because he's like he's no experience. Like he's killed devils since he was a kid, but he's still a kid, so he doesn't really like know what he's doing. It's very like, I mean, except for like the little bit of training he's had with that one dude who badass, by the way.
Character.
Love that fucking guy. I don't remember his name right now. It's still like kind of sloppy, and they did what unfortunately I didn't want to happen, which was like Denji's getting his ass beat the entire time. It was like, are we gonna do this again?
Yeah.
And then the very final part, Denji's like, nah. He's like, and then hits him with what is it? Don't believe the hunter never believes what the beast says or whatever.
Yeah.
And then fucking cuts him in half, and I was like, it was cool, but I was just like, I hate when they do that.
Yeah.
I wanted more.
I don't know why they did that. I wonder, because like the last episode before this episode, we got like the build up. Like, okay, we're gonna go in here, we're gonna raid this building, and I thought they could have had like 3 or 4 episodes of them raiding the building and eventually getting to the katana. But it was just kind of a quick like, hey, here's some zombies and here's some other people in your special division, and then it was the next episode, Power and Denji just find the katana guy, and I'm like, okay, that was kind of weird. So like another pacing issue.
I was on the elevator, and she's like, watch my back. And he's like, nah, I'm good.
He just stays
there.
He
just fucking leaves.
Goes
up the elevator. And she's still talking to him. She's like, witness me, Denji.
Yeah, this is the Power.
He's up. He's fucking 4 floors up already. That shit was, I was dying.
Yeah, so, but as far as season 1 goes, the stories that we've gotten so far, do I care about anybody at this point? I went into it thinking that I would like Aki the most, just from what I've seen and like the previews and everything. But he kind of gets like nerfed, and it kind of makes him not as cool anymore.
Yeah, he's like, you got 2 years left. I was like, huh?
Yeah, so I don't think I liked Aki. And then Power, she's fucking annoying. I can't stand her. She's just so loud in your face. I'm like, okay, you're annoying. Denji, he's fine as a main character. I'm not like blown away by him yet. So yeah, I think overall my favorite character was, even though we only got a little bit of him, was the dude training them. He was sick. He just like throws hands, and he's a badass, and he's the best hunter in the world apparently.
He looks like, he's a nice guy. He doesn't really, he just chill, whatever. But then like he throws a knife in your face.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I'm dead.
Kills him over and over again.
Yeah. What is it, like 20 times they said they died that day, and he just keeps bringing it back. I mean, it helped out though. I was like, I think Power had a little bit already like know how to fight, but I think Denji fucking needed it, because I was like,
yeah, he was.
Stop getting your ass beat, please. So I can't do this anymore.
He's definitely my favorite so far this season. Did you have a favorite character or like a standout?
I did. Then she sacrificed herself.
Oh, Himeno.
Himeno was cool. I think she was a good like role model. She's been through a lot and stuff like that. And I was like, she's hot. I like it. And then since she sacrificed her body, so I was like, all right, cool. I think my favorite person though is definitely the violence fiend. The dude with the
he's on for like half a second.
The fucking beat mask. Because that shit was funny. He's beating ass.
He's throwing hands.
He's just a violent man, and he just beats ass. They have to poison him continually so he doesn't just fucking
go crazy,
destroy everybody.
Yeah,
so that was my favorite character of everybody.
The plague guy.
The plague guy, yeah. The violence fiend.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited to see more of them getting fleshed out towards the next like parts of the seasons, to see like everybody. Like Angel, she was cool.
Yep.
And then the plague guy was cool, and then the shark guy, he's probably a throwaway character, but
yeah, he came out. I just saw a shark.
Cool.
I was like, what's happening right now? And then it was the shark devil, and he can transform into that. He just eats people. I was like, all right, that's cool, I guess.
Yeah. So the show itself though, it was good. I was always expecting more. Just that, again, that may just be a pacing issue, but every episode I'm like, okay, what's gonna happen next, and what's gonna happen next?
They kind of just drew them out. Like they would kind of focus on one thing, and then like that would be the entire episode.
Yeah.
And you're like waiting for more, and then they just like they fucking end it like that. Like
over.
Yeah, like you were saying, like the last thing, they're getting ready to raid the whole building, like it's getting hyped up, like you're like, yes, let's do this, and then they go, nope, see you next time.
Yeah,
and it's
I'm
just like,
where'd that come from?
Yeah, so like, the whole time it's like you're waiting for it to build up, but then like you just like as soon as it's about to happen, which is just your typical kind of show to kind of keep people reeled in and keep them involved. But it's I hate that shit. Like, no, stop doing that.
Yeah, it was but overall, I enjoyed it. For the most part, it was just I was expecting more. The animation of the show had a lot of really nice parts to it, especially just like the everyday living aspects of it, like just Aki cooking, or like Himeno's apartment, just her getting ready for the day, like when she got back from being drunk and stuff like that. So the animation had a lot of high points for it. So I think did a really good job of animating it. The 3D portions of it, they were okay. They didn't bother me too much. I thought that was gonna be a bigger issue than what it was. Like with Baki, how like the CGI comes out of nowhere, and I'm like, oh, this is kind of annoying.
Okay, yeah, I know. I was like, I didn't notice that too much, honestly. Like,
it's mainly when Denji was like the chainsaw devil. He was just like moving
yeah,
his
you
head.
kind of see like it does change a little bit.
So yeah, I think the animation's top notch. Story so far, I'm interested enough. They kept enough of the mystery, especially like with Makima and everything. How
Yeah,
she's just
especially those
still-
last 2 episodes, and you're just like, she finally started showing who she really was, because, you know, everyone's saying that she's an evil person, and she doesn't really come off that way, but then she just starts squishing people, and you're like, what's going on?
She's just very much about her job, it seems. Like, she'll do whatever it takes to get her job done or do her job very well.
Especially when she's, like, right at the end of the last episode where she's talking to, like, I'm assuming, like, her boss or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, we know they're like, where is she? Or, like, where is the gun devil? And she's kind of just, like, smiling, and I'm like, what do you know?
Yeah, even, like, he was explaining, too. He was like, okay, so all this was a plot to get Denji's heart, and you knew all this. And she's like, yeah. So, like, the whole thing she knew was going to happen. She, like, had it all planned out. So it's like, Makima, what's going on here? Why do you know so much? And why are you keeping so much, like, close to your chest? But, big chest, by the way.
Oh,
nice.
Hot.
Yeah.
I'm a simp.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Makima's the hottest one.
She can squish me.
She's very, yeah. So it's interesting to have a show all about sex. That's just a big
That is true, and a lot of
motivation.
people did not like that. That Denji is a 16-year-old boy. That's what they do. That's what they want. That's what they're about. They like tits.
If you've ever been a 16-year-old boy, you know.
You know that there's just this
Dire
animal
need.
inside you
Yeah.
that you just cannot do anything about, and it's like he just wanted to touch the titties.
Yeah, that's it. That's all his motivation is, and it's just, yeah. That's probably the realest part about this, is that the only reason he's doing all this is to get laid. And that's, yeah, again, like I said, if you've been a 16-year-old boy, if you don't want to admit it or not, we've all felt those feelings where, like, we just have so much, like, just pent-up, like, sexual aggression, and we want to let it out, and we'll do anything, because we just get blinded by just, hey, I can touch a boob, let's do whatever you ask me, yeah, whatever.
He does kind of like come to like a realization. He's like, maybe like, I just want to live a good life. Like I have food now, and I have a place to sleep, and I don't have to worry about this shit anymore. He's like, I just want to live a good life, like he tells the Katana devil at the end.
He's like, I want to protect this life that I have. And it's like, okay, that's a good motivation for you. Just protecting the life that you have, that you just got thrown upon you. You got lucky with it, and now you get to live the life that is thrust upon you. So that was cool. But yeah, overall, the season, for me, out of a rating out of 10, I probably want to give it like 8.5. That's my rating.
That's higher than I thought you were gonna say. I'm giving it an 8. I'm just gonna give it an 8. There were a few things that do drop it down a couple points for me. Nothing too crazy. I did overall enjoy like most of the parts about it. I can't really think aside from the Himeno thing. There's not really a part where I was just like, I fucking hate the show. The dragged out episodes, obviously, focusing on the wrong things, like the pacing, as you were saying.
Yeah.
That'd probably be my biggest gripes out of everything. But overall, I did enjoy it. I don't really have, I have nothing really bad to say about the show itself.
Yeah, I think it's just done enough to keep me interested, and I'm gonna keep watching. And I'm curious to know, like, how I would have felt about the show if I didn't know anything about it. Like, if I didn't know that people love this so much, or like it was so big and hyped up.
Yeah.
If I would have just blindly like found it one day, like scrolling through like Hulu or whatever, and I'm like, oh, I'd throw this on. Would it pass the 3-episode rule for me? It probably would have, but I probably would just be like, what's gonna happen next? I probably feel the same towards like as far as like the story and how it was moving, but I think it just does enough to keep me interested, I guess.
I probably would have been put off a little bit just based on the pacing itself, because like that was the only thing I was kind of just like, every Tuesday I'm like, why? I look forward to watching it, but then like nothing really happens. I'm just like,
yeah,
it was wasted 20 minutes of my life. Thank you.
Yeah, it's weird, especially like if you're on Twitter, like Attack on Titan. It always took over Twitter. Like, whenever an episode dropped, there was something happening, and it's just like, Chainsaw Man, it wasn't like that. I didn't see too much, like, people talking about it. It wasn't too many spoilers. I just saw people kind of highlight things here and there, but it wasn't, like, taking over my timeline like most shows do. So I don't know if that's because people weren't feeling it, or people just, they all know what's gonna happen anyway, so they don't care about it. I don't know. But it just, that made me speak to, like, how impactful the show has been so far. And so I think it will get a part 2. It has to get a part 2, but, like, I don't know if, like, the numbers will show that it needs a part 2, which, I don't know. I didn't look at the numbers. Maybe it could be blowing everything else out of the water. But it did have a lot of things to go up against this fall season. There was, like, Mob Psycho, Spy Family still going on, My Hero still going on. There's a bunch of things that could have went into their numbers being affected. But, yeah, overall,
could have been ground out a little bit. You're not wrong.
Yeah, very solid season, I would say. I will keep watching it, obviously. And, yeah, I really, like you said, don't have any big complaints about the show. It was fine. Serviceable. Did it live up to the hype that you guys were giving it. I don't think for me it did not, but I'm still interested in it.
I kind of agree. Like the few times that he did fight and go Chainsaw Man and like go crazy on people, like that was sick. Like that was definitely worth like the waiting, the hype and stuff like that. But otherwise, it's just like it kind of seems slice of lifey in its own kind of weird way.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It just didn't connect the rest of those dots that I needed to give it that full kind of like your Jujutsu Kaisen, your everything, the My Hero shit going on. So I think it did kind of get drowned out a little bit with everything else going on.
Yeah, it was a good season. Just it could be a lot greater. But yeah, that's gonna be probably the review. I don't have any more thoughts on it. Do you have anything else you want to say about the show?
I think if you're just like, if you're an avid anime watcher like us, you kind of watch things every season, or like you kind of stick to what it is. Like you can watch this. I wouldn't say it's like somebody's first pickup, maybe.
Yeah.
Like I just don't think it has enough to keep. Like you said, if you would just like kind of stumble upon it, I don't think it has like enough to keep somebody who's like has never watched anime or trying to get into anime.
Yeah.
I don't think it has enough to like kind of bring everybody all the way in, because they don't really understand. There were like the few anime tropes.
Yeah.
And I will say special mention to like their ending OPs and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah,
like
that was nice.
Like it was something different every single time. I think it had a new one.
Yeah.
Either every other episode or every episode, and I think they're all really good. And a special shout out to the actual opening itself. A lot of calls to like different movies and stuff like that, and different animes. Cool. So honestly, like the animation of the opening looked almost better than the show itself.
Yeah.
So
That
that's the thing. But otherwise, so I was like, yep. I was like, if you like anime, I think you should check it out. If you've never seen, and if you're not a big anime watcher, it's like maybe try something else first. Maybe try it out. You never know.
Yeah, there's not too many like likable characters right off the bat. Like Naruto, you fall in love with him right off the bat. Maybe Deku, you enjoy him a lot. But yeah, this one Denji, it might take some getting used to. So yeah, that is a good point. If you never really watched anime, I don't think this would get someone like really into it. They'd probably just be like, this is kind of annoying, especially like when power comes into play like that. Then you're probably like, what the hell is this? But yeah, if you are a little bit more like advanced of a watcher, I think that and if you're not watching it already, you should pick it up. Definitely, it is a nice addition to whatever you are currently watching, or if you want to just binge something. It's only 12 episodes, so you can get it done in a night usually if you plow through it. But yeah, overall, good stuff there. That's it. Yeah, that's our review. That's our review of the show. Chainsaw Man Season 1. Go watch it if you haven't. As always, you can subscribe to us down below, follow us down below, all that fun stuff. We enjoy having you here, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Okay.